Hi, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Hope you guys can hear me clearly. Hope everybody
Yes,
can hear me.
yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Once again, welcome you guys to our third class at Easy Prime Tech. This is cybersecurity class, the third class we're having. So, and in our last class, I said that we are going to be talking about networking today. And hope you guys went through the website I asked you to go through, like the app, the Allison, Triad, and Cisco. Hope you guys went through it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So before we go, I'll actually ask some question on based on what we treated last time. Then regarding the CIA principle, and also I would like to ask each and every one of you, based on the cybersecurity rule that we taught in our last class, what rule do you think you're actually fitting, that you're actually good at? We have various roles, the GRC, the SOC analyst, the pen testing, the security engineer, the networking engineer. What role do you guys think? Just one after the other. Just unmute your mic and just let us know the role that you know that you think you can fit in before we actually go into the CIA question. So I think we'll start from Mr. Anthony. Can you just tell us the role you think you can actually fit in as a cybersecurity personnel?
Okay. I'll say penetration tester or that's SOC analyst. You know.
Okay. Basically, every cybersecurity personnel how to go through SOC analysts before you can actually choose your career path. Because SOC
Mm.
analyst is the entry level role. Because there's nobody that will give you entry level penetration testing job. Nobody.
Mm.
You need to have experience. So I think when you start developing your experience, hands-on experience, from there you can grow your career. I think that is good. Then
Yes,
Mr.
sir.
Alex, please,
Thank
can
you.
you tell us? Yeah, can you tell us what role would you like to fit in as a cybersecurity personnel?
Okay, good evening, sir. I think I
Good
think
evening.
I'll begin for pen testing with them. Yes, sir.
Okay, that is good. That means
Can you,
yes, I can hear you. I can hear you. You say penetration testing, right? So what about Miss
yes, that's right.
Princess? Okay, thank you. Can you tell us what role? Sorry, what role do you think you can actually go for as a cybersecurity personnel? That is Miss Princess. Can you tell us? Is she there? Hi, Miss Princess. Are you there? Just unmute your mic and just tell us what role do you think you can actually do as a cybersecurity personnel? We have GRC. There are some role that doesn't require. Okay, I can see your. She said ethical hacking. That is good. What about Mr. Joshua? Can you please tell us what role do you think you can actually do as a cybersecurity personnel?
Okay, sir. For me, I will go for a pen tester. And I also recall that even when we started the first class, you made mention of something that we that are basic learners, like as you just started, that you advised us to go for pen testing, and you stated the reason why. So I think I'll go for pen testing.
Okay, that is
Okay,
good.
that is good.
Sorry, so please
Sorry, sir.
unmute your mic. Okay, that is good. I think we actually just so that we know how to direct my roadmap. So since all our books, since we are all, what about Mr. Michael? Can you tell us what role do you think you can actually go for? You are like you can actually go for as a cybersecurity personnel. what rule so that I can know how to work on the roadmap.
Um, pen testing is okay for me. I also like SOC analysts too, but I think pen testing is okay.
Okay, yeah. All right. SOC analyst is a role that is suitable for entry level. So basically, as a penetration tester, you actually go for SOC analyst first. Maybe when you get an internship for cybersecurity is SOC analyst role, they will let you to play. So definitely a cybersecurity beginner, almost everybody is actually going for SOC analyst. But if you don't want to be a cybersecurity, like if you want to work on your own, like go through pen testing, that means you're actually going to bug bounty. When we get into pen testing, we'll discuss what is bug bounty. So I'm actually going to share my screen on some CIA question. Let's see if we actually understand the CIA principle in cybersecurity. So so I think we should just, based on we'll ask this question and let's know if we actually understand what the CIA principle is. The first one said an attacker capture username and password using a fake login page. Which CIA principle is violated and how? Let somebody just answer us. Which of the CIA principle is being violated here? Is it the confidentiality? Is it the integrity? Is it the accessibility? Is it the confidentiality and integrity? Let somebody just tell us.
Sir, for me, can I answer?
Yes, yes, of course you can.
Okay, sir. For me, I think it's the first one, which is the confidentiality principle, because it has to do with a violation in his personal security, like his password is like weak, or and his username like weak, because the integrity principle like stands for um like the fact that in cybersecurity the data is unchangeable, while the availability stands for the fact that in cybersecurity it has to be 24/7 available. So the option which I'll go for is the first one, which is the confidentiality.
All right, that is excellent. Please, can you unmute your mic? Can you? Yeah, okay. I think that is good. You actually got it. The principle that was violated there is actually the confidentiality principle. Please take note of all these things, and if I have a comprehensive note on all these things, I'll send it to you. In case you want to write your, maybe let's say CCNA exam or Security Plus exam, so they will ask all these questions. Is common in all these questions. So the principle that is violated here is the confidentiality principle because of the authentication, the password, and the username is being hijacked by a hacker. So the second one says during an online banking transaction, data packets are intercepted. Please, mind you, we'll be talking about more of packets. Packet is the example of data. Packet is like the smaller part of data. That is what packet is. During an online banking transaction, data packets are intercepted and altered before reaching the server. Which of the CIA principles are being violated? Please, can somebody omit and answer? Apart from Mr. Joshua.
Okay, um I'll say it's integrity and confidentiality, because integrity is actually violated in this case because the data was changed. It was altered. Understand? There was no integrity in this case. So I'll say integrity was violated because the data was changed. Integrity means that data had not been altered, and that it means that there is no change in anything. So integrity is actually violated because data was changed, and
Yeah, I
You
understand.
know, confidentiality means
There was like unauthorized
the
users.
confidentiality is kind of
Unauthorized users.
something that has to do with keeping data and all these things, like in strong, like for example, strong password, two-factor authentication, biometrics, and all those things. Those are measures to protect data. But in this case, confidentiality was violated because unauthorized people intercepted and viewed the data. It was exposed to the public. It was no more confidential anymore. It was exposed. So I'll say integrity and confidentiality was
Yeah, exactly. That
the
is that is a good one.
CIA tried that was actually violated here.
That is a good one. Please, the third one is please the
Do you
code.
hear me, sir?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you guys still hear me? If you guys can still hear me.
Yes, sir, we can hear you, sir.
Okay.
Okay,
Please,
I've been.
the code is on the message. The code of the attendance code. I can check in the inbox message and like okay. A hacker gained access to classified government file due to poor authentication mechanism. Here is we can actually say that here is the confidentiality principle that was violated due to authentication mechanism. Hope you guys agree with me.
Yes.
Okay. So let's someone answer this one. A backup server failed during disaster recovery process, making critical application inaccessible. Which, which of the principles is being violated here?
So is the third one the one of availability, sir?
Yeah, exactly. Availability. Thank you. So employees can access sensitive payroll file without unauthorization restriction. Which principle is being compromised here? I think this one too is principle of confidentiality because here is a unauthorized restriction. Principle of there's supposed to be restriction for them, restriction for the employee. The manager should have his own password that is not known to the cashier or to the secretary or any other this thing. That is the principle of confidentiality. So okay, I saw it. It's availability. Thank you. So now we are going to today's class, which is networking. Since you guys said you guys read about the networking, can someone tell me about what is networking? What is net? We have networking, we have computer networking. Someone could just tell us about what is networking before we go into computer networking.
Okay, networking is um is the connection of computers, like what I read and what I jot down. Networking is the
Okay,
I'm talking based on computer. Networking is the
okay,
connection of computers and devices so that they can communicate and share data. Like for example, phones connecting to Wi-Fi, computers and that are sharing file, browsers opening websites, banks transferring money online. It's just like um, connection of computers, devices, so that they can communicate. It's just like a means of communication in the computer, in the cyber world. That is, I would say, is networking.
okay. That is excellent. That is computer networking. So basically, networking is just the act of connecting, just the act of connection in order for us to be able to share resources, to share data, to share something. Because without networking, we can't be communicating like this. So networking is just what helps us to connect. In fact, networking is the backbone of cybersecurity. It's the backbone of internet. Without networking, there will not be internet because all what is for you to be able to be a very good cybersecurity expert, you need to understand networking, especially TCP/IP, OSI model. So, computer networking is the process of connecting computer devices and system together so they can transfer, so they can communicate and share resources. Example of shared resources include we have file, we have printers, we have internet connection, we have application, we have database, we have email. So that is the shared resources that we have here. A network allows devices to exchange information using communication protocol. As time goes on, we'll talk about communication protocol. One of the communication protocol in real life world is the language you speak, because one of the like the communication protocol we have in Nigeria is that everybody must understand how to speak English. Everybody must understand English. That's one of the protocol. Protocol means like rules and regulation for communication. So that's why there's a network. A network allows device to exchange information using communication protocol. So what we have here, real life example, when multiple computers in a school computer lab use the same internet connection or printer, they are connected through a network. It's not when you connect to internet, that's not when you actually connect to a network. Connecting to a printer to print something, going to a server cafe for them to be able to print something through their printer is actually a communication, because either the printer is being connected to the computer via hotspot or via cable. We'll talk about cable as time goes on. Either the printer is being connected to the system via hotspot or via cable, because you can't print out something without being connecting printer to the computer. So that is it. Like a cameraman that has to, maybe a photographer that snaps picture, before he be able to print that picture, he must connect either the memory card from that camera, he must connect it to the printer so that you will be able to print out the hard copy of the picture. That is the example of communication. So important of computer networking. Please, if I'm moving fast, you can just call my attention so that I will just slow down. Okay. So important of networking. We have networking is important because enable communication between device. Yes, networking is important because it enable communication between device. Without networking, there cannot be communication between the device. In fact, there will not be hacking. There will not be cybersecurity. Everybody will just be black. So another thing is allow internet access. As we all know, networking allow internet access through our router. We connect our router. It's our router that gives us access to the internet via the ISP. Because when I'm preparing the notes to share, I'm going to try my best to attach some of those pictures of networking device like switch, hub, routers, cables that we use. So as time goes on, maybe before I will send the note, I'm going to compile something like that. So another thing is a support file sharing by sharing file. For instance, now if I'm connected to another device via Bluetooth or maybe I want to share file to my phone, I can connect via Bluetooth and just share the file. That is communication. So it improves collaboration. Communication improve collaboration. Then improve operational costs. Yes, communication improve operational
Sorry,
costs. Yeah.